Hi everybody, welcome to West Virginia. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel Tranquil Stitches. Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019, and this is my FlossTube episode number 82. I apologize for the heat. That's going to be kicking on and off, and can't do anything about that because it's cold outside. It's very cold outside. It's like 30 degrees. We're under a winter storm warning, but I don't think we're going to get any snow. Had a little bit of snow yesterday though, just a little bit. And I know that there's a terrible nor'easter in the northeast, so I hope you all are warm and safe and hunkered down, because I've seen lots and lots of snow. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We had a very quiet Thanksgiving here. It was very, very nice. It happened to be my husband's birthday too, so I made him a special dinner, and we had a nice glass of wine, and really had a quiet day watching football and just spending time together. And he said it was a wonderful birthday because he got to rest, and I made him rest. My husband's a piddler. He likes to piddle. He piddles all the time. He's always doing something, and I have to, insist sometimes that he sit down and rest, because he won't do it. So he got a nice restful Thanksgiving, restful birthday, and we had a nice day. And then Black Friday, my daughter came for a visit, and she stayed overnight with me, and she got my video games hooked up, because when I moved them, I unplugged them. I can't hook that stuff up. You call a kid to do that, because I used to be so tech savvy too. I really did, but not anymore. So she got that hooked up. Her boyfriend got my printer to communicate with my crappy laptop I'm using right now. So that's good, because I can do some things now. So that, I told him I've got 2 more game systems that need to be hooked up, but there needs to be a hole drilled in the back of the cabinet. So my husband's going to drill the hole. Then when they come back, they're going to hook the other 2 up and teach me how to plug the different systems in if I want to play them. But they come in handy sometimes, those kids. So but that was very nice. And then my 2 stepsons came for a visit, and stayed a couple nights. And my husband and my oldest stepson went to a shooting match, and they had a lot of fun doing that. And my husband brought me his target home. He actually won 1 round, and right dead center. So I'm not really sure about the other rounds that they played, but they had a good time. So tis the season for that. So have finished. First of all, let me show you a whip. This is number 15 of 16 of my Mania starts this year. This is the Blackbird Designs Noel ornament from the 2004 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. Let me move you over a little bit. Sorry about that. Here. And this is a goal to finish this month. I put in 198 stitches in this one. Well, this is where I was the last time you saw it, last week. And this is where I am now. So very, very little to do on that one. Still have to put the bushes in his hands, put some smearing crosses around here, and then put the ear in. So he's almost done. I'll get him finished today. So I love that ornament. It's did it 1/2 on 36. I think it's 36. It might be 40. I don't know. It's tiny. So loving that one. So that's 198 stitches on that one. And okay, 2,100 stitches. Finished it up. And I know when I finish this, I know I literally heard my FlossTube community going, thank God. I heard it. I thought they're going to be so happy because they don't have to look at this anymore. But I am extremely, extremely proud, and I am over the moon, and I met my goal, and this puppy is finished, and I want to share it with you. So here is my finished map of Hawk Run Hollow. All done. let me remind you where I was in January. I'll put that picture right here. And that'll show you how much I got done this year. So, very, very happy. I finished up this week the 2100 stitches. I put the cows and the bird in, did the entire top border, and finished the trees. And let's see. What else? Oh, I hadn't stitched the flag, so I stitched the flag. And I was missing this road here, so I put that in. I put this little piece of road here in. And I was missing 2 butterflies. I was missing this yellow butterfly here. I put that in, and then I put this butterfly in here. This butterfly, this butterfly, this road, the flag, wherever it's at, here, and then the top. And of course his eye. I did his eye last. And he just came to life. So, BAP. When I include this in my finished braid, I'll give you a stitch count of how many stitches I have documented for this year. In this one. So, thank you all for bearing with me on that one. Thank you. Now, all of 2020, you get to stare at Village of Hawthorne Hollow. But I'm extremely proud of this one. I'm over the moon. My son gave me this chart about 3 years ago, I think, and I'm excited to show that to him when he comes home for Christmas. So, map is finished. Now, I had some questions as far as how 2,298 stitches this week. So, how I count and how I keep track of my stitches. I know it's not for everybody. I've had some people say they don't get it, they don't understand it, it's a waste of time, all that. And you know, that's fine if it's not for everybody, but I enjoy it. I think it shows me my milestones. It shows me how much I'm getting accomplished. I like writing things down. I like keeping track of things. I like that. You know, it's a personality thing, you know, and some people just don't have that kind of personality. They just don't really care about things like that. But I don't think we should knock other stitchers for the way they do things. So anyway, it's something that I enjoy, and I have had some questions about how I do it. Now, I have explained how I count. I make a working copy, and then I'll stitch a little bit, highlight on the copy, and count on as I highlight. I don't count stitches on my pieces. I count stitches on the working copy, highlight them, and then plug them into a counter. And that's how I count my stitches. Now, as far as how I keep up with my stitches, and I can tell how many I've done for the year. Now, I've been participating in the Stitching to Mordor challenge that I've talked about over the last few months, and I'll show you how that helps me track my stitches. And I started something new, so I want to share that with you. But let me show you an example. Okay, I track my stitches by FlossTube, which is basically by week, because I do a FlossTube each week. And because I do FlossTube, I know not everybody does FlossTube, but because I do it, I know which FlossTube my progress is in. So if I ever want to know where I was, or what I can look and see what FlossTube it was in and go back to and look at that. 82 videos is a lot of videos to go through if you look for something. So so I note it by FlossTube. If you're not doing FlossTube, you can note it by week, or you can even keep up with it by month. But this is what I do, and I want to show you this. This is my journey 2 on Stitching to Mordor. This is just an example. So what I do is I put down what project I worked on, you know, at the beginning of the week, which is the beginning of the FlossTube that I'm going to be featuring it on. So I'll put down what project it is, and then each time I stitch a chunk, I'll put that down. And then if I pick it back up again during the week, I'll just add it like that. And at the end of the week, when I get ready to do my video, I just total them up over here. And then I put the grand total for the week right there. And then I'll move on, I'll draw a line, and then move on to the next week. So that's how I track my stitches. And I can go back, like with my, when I did my whip parade, I just went back and found, like, I went back and found inspiration on each one of these sheets and just added up the now for year end, I will be making one of these lists, and I'll have every project that I stitched and the total stitches. I just want to have that. I just want to have it. I mean, it's not, you know, it doesn't hurt anybody if I want to do that. You know, I don't understand why people get their knickers in a wad, because it's this, what does it hurt, you know, that I want to do that? I mean, whichever way anybody wants to do what they do, I mean, I don't understand what the problem is. But anyway, that's how I do it. Now, this may not work for you. This is just a personal thing. This is something that I came up with. The Stitching to Mordor Challenge does have a spreadsheet that I keep up with as well, but it's, I don't write the projects down because I work on lots of different projects for those stitch counts. So this is the easiest way that I found to do it. And then after I'm done cobbling all this up, because this gets pretty messy, I have to mark things out, and I have to, you know. So at the end of each one, I go to my planner and I make a prettier one. And I just put the stitch counts in. So, you know, and the floss tubes are over here. You can do it by week. And then, you know, put all 4 weeks on a sheet. You know, whatever works for you. Just figure it out, you know, if it's something you want to do. I know a lot of stitchers use the computer, and they'll use the spreadsheet, you know, program to track their stitches, and I just like the pen in my hand and the paper. I just prefer that. You know, the digital, to me, I've been on this earth a long time, and I've seen things come and go. When CDs first came out, when microwaves first came out, and I'm going to show my age here, I don't care. But I you know, I wear it every year with pride. Look at these gray hairs. You see it, okay? But anyway, I've seen things come and go. I've seen CDs were all the rage when they first come out. Oh my gosh, we're the Jetsons. We're moving into, you know. And now CDs are a thing of the past because you've got, you know, music on your phone, you know. So we didn't have music on the phone when the CDs came out. So, you know, I've seen things come and go. 10 years from now, I don't know where Google's going to be. I don't know where Facebook's going to be. I don't know if they'll be, you know, I don't like saving pictures. I don't like relying on saving pictures digitally, because 20, 30, 40 years from now, are you going to have access to those pictures? Are your kids going to have access to those pictures? You know, I've been around a while. I know that things come and go. And if you are young and you are relying on the digital pictures, and please remember, they may not be here. So just think about that, okay? And if you do print your pictures, be sure you're printing on a paper that's going to last. Those things fade. Think about an old receipt that you found in a drawer that was on that thermal paper. You know, it just disappears after a while. So if you're printing pictures that mean something to you on that kind of paper, it's going to fade. It's not going to be. So keep that in mind. Just my PSA, you know, I do tend to go on those every now and then. So anyway, that's how I track my stitches. That's how I track everything, and it works for me. And I'm excited to start January 1st. But I've already started for 2020. So like I said, I'm doing the Stitching to Mordor, and I'm halfway through that. And I thought, you know what? I was looking around. There's a Stitching Through the Universe that you stitch the miles between planets on, I think, Semestine Stitchers. I think they have that one. I might be mistaken about that. I don't know, but that's a neat idea. Enchanted Stitches has a stitch, put 1 stitch in for every minute in Disney movies. you know, they add up the minutes that the movies last, and you stitch a minute for each, stitch for every minute, which is awesome. That's so cool if you like Disney. There's all kinds of huge, I know Magical Stitches has one. I'm not really sure what their ultimate is. But I know they have a huge, humongous stitch count, million stitches or something like that. So they are out there. And I thought I needed to find a new one. And I thought, you know what? Why not make this something personal? So I did. I got to thinking, and I did some. I am a completely ancestry nerd. Okay, I love tracing my family history. I love, you know, learning my roots. I love things that's happened in the past. You know that. I love that kind of stuff. That's why I journal. That's why, you know, but I love that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what? Why not make this something extremely personal for me? Why not do, it's, you know, it may sound narcissistic, you know, but it's my stitching. So it is about me, right? So I thought, why not do something very personal? So I was kind of playing around, and I looked up my birthday. I Googled my birthday, and it turns out that I have been alive over 488,000 hours so far. Hours. And I thought, hours, that's perfect. So I came up with a challenge for myself. It's a personal challenge to stitch one stitch for every hour that I've been alive. And I'm going to do it the same way that I'm doing the Stitching to Mordor, but I'm going to track my hours. And what I did, now you can do it if you want to join us. I've already had several ladies join in, and everybody's stitching a different number. You know, it's not the same. You know, it's not like this is 100 miles and this is, you know, everybody's stitching that same 100 miles. You are stitching your life, right? You're putting your life into stitches. So I started December 1st, and I was already working on maps since my last video. December 1st was on Sunday. So I started on December 1st. So far with the stitches I've done just in December, I've got 1,066 hours in. 1,066 hours of my life done. I'm on August 15th. I was born July 5th. So I'm on the week of August 15th. So that equals 44 days. I've stitched 44 days of 19,509 days I've been alive. So a lot of stitches, It's going to take me a few years to do, but the years that it takes me, I'm adding hours on the back end. So this is going to be a while. It's an investment in myself. So what I'm doing is I am doing this, and it's called Stitch My Hours. And I have a hashtag. It's hashtag Stitch My Hours on Instagram. And I've made a spreadsheet for myself. And what I did was I took each year and broke it down per month. And that way I can include the leap years, because I've had 13 leap years since I was born. And then I took the months and broke them down into weeks. There's 168 hours in each week, if you didn't know that. There's 168 hours in a week. So I broke it down. That's how I know what week I'm on. I broke it down. I put week July 15th through the 21st, 168 hours and 168 stitches. And then I left a note section out to the side. And what I'd like to do, I'd like to go back and research what happened that week. You know how when you can Google important dates or whatever, or wacky holidays, or, you know, and it'll give you on this date this happened, or on this date is somebody's birthday, famous birthday or something, you know. And I thought it would be fun to put in that note section what happened special that week. You know, I'm not going to remember because I was a month old, you know, but I just like to know what happened in the world as I go on this journey. So, because I'm a sucker for that. That's what I do. I love that. So, Stitch My Hours. And if you'd like to join me, use that hashtag, and it's it's a very personal challenge. You do it any way you want. You don't have to keep pictures of your stitching. You don't have to keep beginning and ending pictures. You don't have to do any of that. You can just track your number of stitches. Any stitch that I put in from now on will be put towards that. I have maintained this system for a whole year and almost, and this is not hard for me. This is something that it's not tedious. It's interesting. It's fun adding up the stitches and meeting those goals. So I've started with the 60s decade, and then when I finish that, I broke it down into 5-year increments, and I'll be stitching 5-year increments, you know, along the way. So I have 1,066 stitches in so far of over 488,000. So it's just going to be fun. It's going to be fun to, you know, learn things, learn. I love to learn. So it's fun. So if you're joining me, if it's something that you're interested in, if you want to do the math, there is a website out there. If you plug in a date and say how many hours since, you know, your birth date, and if you know what time you were born, you know, you can figure that out. But I was born at 11:45 at night. So I've got 15 minutes of my birthday, and then it's the next day. So it was pretty easy for me. There's not a full hour. But if you were born at 1 in the afternoon, or, you know. So, but anyway, the website will tell you how many hours you've been alive, how many minutes, how many days, what day of the week you were born. It's really cool. It's really cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll link the website. I'll link the website for you, and you can fill in your date, and it'll give you all that data, which is awesome. I didn't rely on that because I wasn't sure about leap year. I don't know if it includes a leap year, but I don't know if that, you know, but I don't know. But I still went back and did it the long way, long math, right? So anyway, that's something just fun that I come up with. I wanted to share with you, but stitch my hours. All right, I got a couple Christmas cards. Yeah, it is the season, right? This is from my friend Kim. Look how pretty. Look at that foil. That pretty blue foil. I love that. Thank you, Kim. I got a beautiful card from my friend Sharon. Also red foil. Look at that red foil. Isn't that pretty? She also sent me the neatest thing. It's called Sticky Prayers. And it's little sticky notes that have little prayers on them. Isn't that the neatest thing? I love that. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. And I received a card from Miss Teresa. Teresa is, look how pretty. Teresa is Diddly Daddle Designs, my friend Teresa. Isn't that cute? So, thank you, ladies. I love getting cards. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, I also received a gift from my friend Karen Kay. Karen is a sweetheart. She's a member of my group, and just a lovely, sweet lady. She did a D-stash, and she sent me some presents. So I wanted to show you a few of the things that she sent. The first one is, now some of these are new to me. I've never even seen these, so it's really fun. I should have taken these out of the plastic because this ring light is going to shine on everything. This is the Scarlet House Patriotic Shaker Box set, which I love that. Look at that. How pretty. And I love, absolutely love Tanya. I've met her a couple times. I met her at market last year, and then I met her at a PALS retreat in Myrtle Beach one year. She is just the nicest. We had the best conversation at market this year. She's a very nice lady. I don't think I have to take this one out because everybody and their brother's seen this one. This is Plum Street Samplers Jack's Bash. And this is one I've been wanting. I'm backwards or something today. I don't know. But that's Jack's Bash from Plum Street. And also she sent me Mary 3, which I have stitched Mary 1 no, Mary 2. I stitched Mary 2 in my my Stitch Mania 2018. And I have Mary 1, and this, she sent me Mary 2. Sarah's House by Blackbird Designs. Look how pretty. And Spring Quaker Seasons by Gone Stitches. Look at that pink. Look at that. She knew I'd like that. Look at that pink. And she included the General Arts to stitch that with. That's Avocado, Sweet Petunia, and Bubblegum. I love that. Bygone Stitches has the prettiest Quakers. I've got a few of them, and hopefully bucket list. Okay, now these are brand new. I've never seen these, and I absolutely fell in love with these. This is Whispered by the Wind, and I've got several Whispered by the Wind patterns, but I have never seen these. This is called the Morning Tree. Look at that. And the beauty of it is you can put that on the, let the fabric, you know, be the star. Isn't that pretty? And I have got some beautiful even weave, hand-dyed even weave that my friend Virginia shared with me. And these would be absolutely perfect on that one. And then this next two, this is Gatekeepers. Look at that. And then this is Guardians. Look at that. Look at those gates. Oh. Love. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Very, very, very much. Exciting. I love, love, love this. I love everything. Thank you so, so much. Okay. Now, if you were with me last year, you know that, hang on a second. You know that my friend, my BFF, Diana, and I do an Advent exchange every year. We buy each other 24 little gifts and then one bigger one for Christmas. And then we send them to each other. And every day in December, we open a gift. And our Advent for 2019 started on Sunday. We got to open our first gift. And I wanted to share with you. Along the way, I'll be sharing some things with you. And I also uploaded a December daily junk journal video on my planner channel, which I'll link below, that I'll be talking about. As I do my December dailies, I'll be talking about what she sends me there as well, because I'm using some things that she sends me to do my December daily junk journal in. So, but this is the first day. She sent me this Kringle's Tree Farm. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. I love it. Yesterday I got beautiful stickers, which you'll see those on that video. And today I got a candle tart. It's sea salt and sage or something like that. Oh my gosh, it smells heavenly. Oh, love it. So Advent's always exciting. It's always exciting. I made her a Christmas junk journal for her day one so that she can document her December as well. So she was really tickled about that. And I'm hoping, she's sick right now. Diana's sick. Victoria's sick. Wendy's not feeling good. Everybody's sick. Y'all, Carrie and Stitches, she's sick. You know, my heart goes out to y'all. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Lots of rest, lots of fluids, lots of chicken soup, right? Another thing I wanted to share with you real quick. Okay, so you know those Facebook ads, right? They get you every single time. They get me all the time. But anyway, look at this. So these are called kicker fish, and they're for cats. They've got catnip on them. And they grab them and hug them and then kick them with their back feet. And I saw the video and I thought, yep, that's, you know, I'll be darned. I gave Sophie one, and that's the first thing she did. She hugged it and kicked it with her back feet. It's hysterical. They love them. They love. Penny swipes it every chance she gets. She finds it. You know, she's like a toddler. I don't want my toys. I want your toys, right? So we have to take them away from her. But they're so realistic looking. Look at that. Isn't that something? I got these on Amazon. I think they're like 5 in a pack, and they're just well worth every single. They're not expensive, but well worth every single. Look at. I hope YouTube gets that. Grab it, YouTube. That's hysterical. Yeah, that's gonna be my picture right there. But yeah. So if you're looking for something fun for your cat for Christmas, kicker fish. They're on Amazon. Hysterical. Hysterical. Let's play some bingo. Now, I don't know if anybody's close yet, but remember, if you match all 15 words, send bingo in the subject line to tranquilstitchesbingo at gmail.com. I'll put that below. And put bingo in the subject line, and then Virginia will compare your words to what's been called. And if you're the first to call bingo, you'll win. So we'll start a new round after this one's over. So I think, gosh, it's been a long time. Was the prize $25 gifts? I think it was a $25 gift certificate this time. So let's draw some words for the week. The first word is number 23, fall. Number 23, fall. The second word for the week is number 30, snow. Number 30, snow. We had some fall snow. It's not even winter yet. It's not winter for another 3 weeks. And the third one is number 24, drumstick. Number 24, drumstick. These are holiday themed words, by the way. Number 30, snow. And number 23, fall. So good luck. And we'll draw 3 more next week and keep going until somebody has a bingo. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all I have for you this week. My plans, my husband brought down all my Christmas decorations. They're all around me. My room was so pretty, and now it's all. That's what I'm going to do rest of the week. Is we've got the tree up. I haven't fluffed it or put anything on it yet, but it's up, and gonna deck the halls this week. Listen to some Christmas music. Try desperately to get my Christmas spirit ramped up this year. Got to get some more Christmas cards out. This is I've been struggling this year. Anybody else been struggling with their Christmas spirit? I don't know what it is. Last week, my sister and I went to the store, and I was bah humbugging the whole time. I was just, everything was, they'd play music, and I was like, I don't even want to hear it. So, but kind of after Thanksgiving, and when I started Christmas shopping in earnest, I picked up a few things along the way. But Kohl's has had some amazing sales, and it gets me tickled to start getting those boxes and realizing that I'm going to make some people very happy. My kids, seeing them smile and listen to some Christmas music is helping. And I don't know what it is. I've just been so blah this year, So I'm hoping some decorating and some, immersing myself in it will help a little bit. And I'm trying to do that December daily in my journal to kind of, help a little bit. But yeah, I've never not been extremely excited about Christmas. By this time, I've never, had a year, well, except the year that my mama died. I've always been, oh, Christmas, like Elf. That's kind of the way I usually am, and this year it's just not that way. So you ever struggle like that? You ever have an off year, and if you have, what got you back, or did you come back, because I really want to do it upright for my kids. So it's hard sometimes, but I'm gonna, like I said, get everything decorated. And my daughter is decorating her house. She sent me pictures, and she's, when I moved and downsized, I gave her a lot of my Christmas stuff, because she's just starting out, and she's just, how when you first get your first place, it's not her first place, but when how everybody gives you stuff, right? They always give you stuff, and then you have to kind of decorate with all this Mod Podge full of stuff, you know, because nobody has the same style. So you've got a little bit of everybody's style. And you try to make it cohesive and make it, well, that's what she's doing. And so I gave her a bunch of stuff, and it's so fun to see those things that were in my house for years and years and years. Now, what she does with them in her house. So that's been fun. I think she knows. There they go. The bumpuses. Somebody's blowing next door. But to see those things that were mine for so long now being used by her and how she's using them is a lot of fun. So that's been great. Okay, I'll stop rambling now because the bumpuses are upset and it's just going to get louder. So until I see you next week, I hope you have a wonderful week, a wonderful day, and happy stitching.